Hello, everybody. Jeff Mason, Simple Biz 360 podcast, SimpleBiz360.com. Simple Biz, timeless business tools. A lot of Simple Biz stuff, huh? This is our book on Amazon, $18.95. We also have the e-versions of it on a number of different platforms. You can buy it from Amazon or go to our website and buy it as well. So we're real excited here. Episode 71. Man, we're getting closer and closer to 75, and next thing you know, we'll be at 100. It's really, it's been fun. And we just want to shout out a quick thank you to Matt. This is Matt's doing his fourth episode with us here. And we got Alex, we got Dietz in the back behind the glass here. I got to take a picture of this sometime and show you guys. But they're having a lot of fun. It's their newer studios. And this is really the best by far. So it's just it's an awesome place. We got our AFD challenge behind here. Just happens to be, Dietz, the St. Louis Blues colors, huh? Right? I mean, come on, the St. Louis Blues country, people. You know, I come from the New York Rangers country, but, let me tell you something. The Blues fans they're crazy, maniacal. They love their Blues, as do the Rangers. I'm not taking anything away from New Yorkers, but any rate, we're having some fun here. This is going to be the fourth episode in what we call our, business health clinic, just kind of trying to sew things up. But it was a tough year last year, 2020. Hopefully we learned a ton from it. Still kind of a strange year for sure. 2021, we're not out of the woods with all this crazy stuff yet, but, it's just really has brought a lot of things to light and kind of reshaped a couple of these early year programs. We are going to have a lot of guests coming up. So I have about 8 guests lined up. I just haven't done them early on in the first quarter because I think I may have said it in an earlier podcast. I also run a sales agency in the upper Midwest. And so I'm very busy my first 3 months of the year. So it's just easier for me to do monologue type venues. But we do have 8 guests lined up and some real exciting ones too. So I'm really, really pumped up about that. And I also just want to do a shout out. We're going to do a little contest in a couple of weeks featuring some SnugPack product. But I want to shout out to our affiliates. We don't really do it that often. We definitely should do it more. But I just want to say thank you to workboots.com. You need anything business related, work boot related, workwear, work gear related, workboots.com, TommyCopper.com. And you go to and folks, I just do encourage you to go to our YouTube channel if you want to buy something from these guys. If you go through the YouTube channel URL connection, I'll get credit for it. So I'm not asking you for money, but I'm just saying, hey, if you guys are interested in buying some products, go there. Monica Mason's Young Living Essential Oil. She's got a dealership. She's my wife. She does a great job with it. So her link is up there as well. Fit Kits. This is Amy Hoff. She's going to be one of our guests coming up, and she's put together a great little company that focuses on health, especially for those people who are working out of their house. Fusion gates. Man, you want to take those ugly wooden gates that just get all clunked up and look really, weird, and you want to put some design into your room that matches the rest of your decor. Well, FusionGates.com has tons of options that you can do just that. Interchangeable panels on the gates. Really cool company. We had Donna Potter on here before, the owner and creator of it. So she's got a great story. Catch her on one of our episodes if you would like to, but she's got a great story. So we just want to say thank you to SnugPack. We have the Amazon store link on our YouTube channel, so you can go right to the Amazon store of SnugPack, anything camping related. They specialize in military grade backpacks and sleep systems. So really great company. We're excited about that. So we just want to say thank you to all those fine affiliates and bring you to today's episode called 6-Point Punch. And, I didn't know what to title it, but I decided to title it that. And because I had a conversation with a friend of mine named Mark, and we were just talking one day, and I said, how long you been in business? And he started to tell me, and I couldn't believe it. He said, yeah, I've been in business 14 years. I said, oh, wow. So he's a general contractor. So I said, 14 years. Wow. That's pretty cool. So how do you advertise or anything? He goes, no, never advertise. I said, oh, wow. So has your plate been full for 14 years? He goes, chock full every day, every year. I never look for something to do. I said, really? I said, what do you have like a repeat customer? He goes, yeah, I'd just say the percentage about 70% repeat customers. I said, wait a minute, 14 years, you haven't advertised, you've never had an empty plate, and 70% of your business is with repeat customers. Yes. I said, how is that? He said, well, I mean, it's pretty simple. And he just outlined for me 6 ways that he does business. And I, I just thought, could business really be that simplified? I mean, I'm all about SimpleBiz. That's the name of my company. I'm trying to simplify everything. And the 360 degrees is going around the horn to try to figure out, I touch on every element that could help your business. And then I have this gentleman come along. We've been in business together. I've been in business 14 years. He's been in business 14 years. He was worked in a distribution center and unfortunately got laid off from the distribution center and just started his own business. So I said, okay, what's the secret to your success? He said, it's pretty simple. He goes, here it goes. God is my CEO. So everything I do, I have to do to glorify him and bring him on. And I said, okay, so I get that. That's great. What's number 2? Honesty and truth. He said, I'm just always honest with my customers, always tell them the truth. And it's just something that I, don't deviate from at all. So honesty and truth. Number 2. Number 3, I'm dependable. One of the big things in the contracting world is people that are not dependent. They disappear. They don't come when they said they were going to come. They don't call up. They don't call back. They don't text back. They don't do the basic things that make a customer feel comfortable in giving that entity or that contractor business. So he just says, I'm just dependable. Number 4, TLC. He goes, man, I do every job as though it was my house. Every single job, just like it was my house. And when you do that and you tell people that's what you're doing, they see it, they sense it, and they go, wow, this guy's not taking any shortcuts, And so the quality of my work speaks for itself. Communication. I always communicate with the customers. I just always let them know what's going on. And if I'm thinking of something, I just let them know what I'm thinking of. And just make sure if I'm late or from anything, any deviation to something, I just always communicate. Always communicate, the cost of things, what might be a less expensive way, but if we go less expensive way, there may be 2 things that are downfalls to that. Whereas if we go a little more expensive, you may get a couple things out of it you didn't realize. So, I mean, that's what, just communicate. So, wow. And then creativity and thinking through things. He said, I'm just, I always have my wheels spinning and I always, think of different ways to solve a problem, different ways to achieve a goal. And my customers like that. His wife was even telling me that one time he was finishing up a job and he came to his car, his truck, and he came to the truck and there was, I guess, a little note in the windshield, if I understood it correct. And, here's the neighbor saying, hey, when you're done with this job, come on over here. I have a laundry list of things you could do over here. So just these 6 things. And I thought, wow. So God is his CEO, honesty, right? Honesty and truth, dependability, TLC, doing the jobs as though he was doing them in his own house, communication with the customer, and creativity and thinking through things. And, I mean, is it that simple? So I had the guy come over, met him not too long ago, become friends with he and his wife, my wife and his wife as well. And, I had him come over to take a look at something for me. We had a back porch light that was it was a weird situation. So he said, yeah, I'll come over and take a look at it. So I'm watching him on the ladder and I'm just watching his wheels spinning, watching him spinning. It's kind of a weird situation. I won't go into it, but it wasn't just your standard fix. It was a problem. And he thought, come on to the truck with me. I think I might have an idea. Let's go to the truck. Nah, this isn't going to work. Let me think about this again. Let me go back to gets back on the ladder, goes up. Let's see. I think I got it now. Come back to the truck with me. Go back to the truck. He gets the stuff, comes back in. And lo and behold, he solves this problem. And he solved it because he took the time to think through it. He didn't just, slap a decision, quickly and just rush to judgment and do something. He actually gave it some really good quality contemplative thought. And, he fixed the problem. It's awesome. And he just demonstrated to me right in my own home with my own situation, how he does things. And the other thing I loved about his truck, when we went to the truck, I think we've talked about this before, you open this truck up and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have everything you could think of in here. He goes, I carry anything I could possibly run into. In fact, his hand drill went out of juice. And, he had, I think, 2 battery backups in the truck. Not a problem. Boost gets down the ladder, goes to the truck, boom, slaps it on. He's got it right there. And, I was like, wow, this guy is ready, right? Crazy. So, and I guess I ask us, me, myself too, and you listening, could it be that simple? I don't know. Maybe it is. So I just thought I'd leave that with you, a 6-point punch. If you want to shuffle your cards a little bit and do something a little different, maybe take the 6-point punch challenge. I don't know. But so we're going to go back to this great, cool band that I just love. I hope you guys liked Selling the News a couple weeks ago. I believe it was episode 68 by a band called Switchfoot. But they're a bunch of surfer dudes from Carlsbad, California. Switchfoot is a surfing term, right? And they like it because it just it indicates to them that they can change direction, just like switching their foot on a board to go different. They can go a different direction with their music. And these guys are just, gosh, they got such cool tunes and such great lyrics. And they did another song on this Vice of Verses album that is called The Original. And I just thought it was apropos to today because Mark is has this original, really simplified, culled down approach to business, 6 points. And, guys never had to worry about a job in 14 years. So I thought, you know what? This is an original. He's an original. His company's an original. Let's do The Original by Switchfoot. Folks, thank you so much for taking the time out today and for this little mini business health clinic we've had the last 4 weeks. We'll move on to some cool programming in the next episode. But we just want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all the countries who are joining us. I really do mean that. So, we're just so enamored with seeing all the activity globally. And just thank you so much for tuning in with us. Christian Business Network, again, that course, World-Class Customer Satisfaction, using the book. It's going to have 2 Zoom calls a month. You have to sign up. So it's christianbusinessnetwork.com. Go to them and sign up and become a member and you join the class. I'm in the business strategies section. So hopefully we'll see you there as well. Should be fun. And hey, remember, always respond. 100% respond all the time. Follow up, follow through. Don't forget that customer perception is customer reality. Dietz and the boys at Half Coast Studios. Matt, thank you so much, guys. We love you. Love the job you do here. And St. Louis, over and out to you. Take care, folks.